We start with 1 hour chart. Okay, first of all, we refer to my last video when the price was here. Okay, when the price was here, my last video I mentioned if you want to get the trade, the best is we let the price to get one more drop. This is what we were talking. And as you can see, the price broke the low and dropped a bit more. Then we get the trade. This is what I was explaining. And as we can see, we had expanding flat. And beside that, I explained if we expect, I mean, the price continue from here without giving it a drop, the only way we can trade with, if you want to have entry above the top, the entry should be above this. Okay, that's why I say I don't suggest to have entry above here. As we can see, the price tag drop. And by the way, every time I mention having entry above the top is risky. And in 1 or 2 hours, if we see it's not moving, we should take out the trade. After 1 or 2 hours, the traders, they should take out the trade. By the way, if anyone get the trade from here, still they could manage. I mean, they should be within the profit because the stop loss should be here. And one thing I need to highlight here, whatever I'm mentioning right now is based on at least additional information. The traders who is following me, they know how we can trade it. Okay, now because after we get this drop, then what we have here was expanding because the price broke the low. Then if anyone still want to stay with the entry, the option which we have again, entry above the top, which was here, then after we see this down move, then at that time they could move this one to above this correction. Then they don't need to stay with entry above this. Okay, after we see this down move, we see the breakout, then we confirm we have expanding flat. Okay, now as we can see, we were after, I mean, we were looking for the buy, and this is what we get. Okay, and one more thing I need to highlight here. If we move to 15 minutes, okay, as we can see, based on 15 minutes, actually within this range, we were looking for buy. It depends on the traders how they take the buy, but there was no buy setup here. The only way we can trade it after, as I mentioned, based on 1 hour chart, after we see the price drop, we get the expanding flat, then we could, since we had entry above this, so we could move to this. All right, the only way we could trade is this. And as we can see, after the price come to this top, start to correct. And this is where we have our line, which was 235. Okay, the only way we could trade buying here. Buying here, there was no, I mean, we didn't have any trade set up within this range. Okay, no, anyone bought from here? No, they should be in the profit, but the profit is not that much. No, they should start to manage, at least if they want to keep move their stop loss to break even, because from what we can see, the price is not moving fast. Our chart, we want to see how we can look at this chart and how we should buy. The first things I want to say, we're looking for buy. The only times you can buy if I get the correction here. Why? Because how about if this is a correction in relative to this, and we can get one more drop before we get the buy. That's why if we want to buy, we have to get the trade set up. Okay, and anyway, right now we cannot buy, and the only thing is we want to see if we get the correction, then we want to see how we can trade it with the, I mean, how we can get the trade set up. And how about if the price continue from here? I don't think it's based on 1 hour chart we can trade it. Then for the next, after the sharp move, next flag, we can take the buy, and any buy will be short term. And even if we move to 15-minute chart, as we can see, based on 15 minutes, as long as the price is moving, based on this one, it's losing the momentum. Okay, but this one cannot confirm that price can reverse. This the only thing is we can expect the bigger correction for the continuation. Okay, by the way, we don't have any trade setup right now, and if I move to 4 hour chart, we have nothing. The only thing is also based on 4 hour chart, sorry, we need to see that the price have broke the top. Okay, and if we see we have a divergence. Okay, and how about the daily chart? Okay, by the way, we don't have any confirmation that the trade setup. The only thing is if we want to look for buy, we should, it's better we wait for the correction, as I say. Then from there, if we get any trade setup, we take the trade, and if the price continue from here without giving the bigger correction, our trade setup, then next flag we can get the trade. And if the price sharply drop, start to correct, then we can expect the price can drop one more for bigger correction, as I explained. By the way, right now we don't have any trade setup. We just follow the chart. If I see any trade setup, I will share on YouTube and what we expecting to get the correction here. Anyway, we just follow, and if I see any changes, any trade setup, then I will share on YouTube. And for those people they buy, whether within this range or at here, at least they move the stop loss to break even if they want to keep the trade. Thanks.